I've been on a PlayStation kick for the past month, so I figured might as well talk about the PS Portal. If you don't know what the Portal is, it's this upcoming handheld, well, accessory if you will, that's dedicated to just PS Remote Play. If you have a PS5 and you want a really good option to play remote, this might be for you. We all know that you can do PS Remote Play from all kinds of devices, your PC, Mac, Android, iPhone, whatever. And then you could slap a controller on these devices. You could use Bluetooth controllers, and it seems to work pretty okay. But the one thing that's missing from all of them, in my humble opinion, is comfort. The reason I really like playing PlayStation is that their controllers are really awesome. They're super comfortable, and the PS Portal has 99% of what the DualSense controllers have. I think this might be a really good option for those of you who spend a lot of time on PS Remote Play. Like I said earlier, there's a ton of devices that you can do this on, and I'll show you some of my favorite ones in a bit. The only bummer is that this thing doesn't come out till November, so I've been obsessing over a million different ways to play PS Remote Play. Sometimes I don't even jump on games, I just log in and fiddle around with it. Some of you might be wondering, Dylan, are you gonna get it? And hell yeah, I'm gonna buy the PS Portal. Actually, I already pre-ordered it. So, until November 15th when it comes, I'm gonna be playing on all these different devices I'm about to show you. Before I dive into any of that, let's talk about our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Exter. This company's known for making some really sexy wallets. I have their super slim Parliament wallet in black, and all of their wallets are made from super premium leather. The binding is tight, made to last, and it keeps the bulk down. This one can hold up to 12 cards and cash. It has their signature quick access trigger that's honestly so fun to play with. I just use the elastic for my car key, but you can definitely put a thick stack of cash here. It blocks wireless theft, and you can even buy this tracker in case you misplace it. The tracker fits perfectly in the back slot. My wife actually got me this other Parliament wallet for our leather anniversary a couple years ago, and I haven't used any other wallet since. So I'm really happy to be partnering with Exter to hook you guys up with an exclusive discount. Click the link in the description or use my code TIAG for up to 25% off till November 3rd. Go get one for yourself. You'll thank me later. So you guys know that I'm a total nerd when it comes to handheld gaming, and I figured I'd show you all the ones that I play PS Remote on. First up here is my special edition Pokemon Nintendo Switch Lite. However, it is hacked and it has a little chip inside. Took it to some sketch guy in San Diego, and he modded it for me. So yeah, you can install some homebrew stuff on here. I use this a lot for RetroArch and retro games, but I just found out that you could load Chiaki on here. So as you can see, it runs really well. The one thing that I don't like about playing on this handheld is the screen. It's a little washed out, and you can play a little bit with the saturation, but not as good as some of the other devices I'm going to show you. However, I do like how light the Switch Lite is, and it's fairly compact. The buttons are pretty squishy. Not the best analog sticks for PlayStation. Like I said, comfort isn't the best here, but super convenient to have it all on this Switch that I bring around with me. I play a lot of Switch games, retro games, but it's just nice to have the option to have PS Remote. Next up, we got the iPhone. I use an app called Mirror Play, which I think is the iPhone counterpart of the Android PS Play app. It's exactly the same, so I guess it's just called something different. But I like to pair it with this Backbone controller here, which will run you about $100. Keep in mind the new iPhones are coming out. Switch to USB-C, so if you're planning to upgrade your phone, you might want to get the USB-C version. Only thing I don't like about this is how tiny it is. I mean, it's super convenient to bring this little controller around and pair it with your phone, but the buttons are tiny and the analog sticks are tiny, triggers are tiny. But yeah, it's really convenient and compact. I like how it looks, but the buttons are just too small, in my opinion. This is the Logitech G Cloud, and if you don't know what this one is, it's just an Android tablet with some controllers built in, and this is actually my third device. Not because any of them broke, but because I couldn't decide if I actually wanted to keep it. But that also just goes to show how much I actually love the device. The controls are great, screen's great, streaming anything to this is amazing, but I, for some reason, just never held on to one. I think it's the yellow colors that throw me off. Well, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's super awesome to play. I think this is going to be the closest to the PS Portal experience. Just a larger screen, lightweight, pretty decent controls. And yeah, I love playing on this thing. It's great for emulation. It's great for Android gaming. But yeah, it really shines with all of the streaming services. Next up, we have Mirror Play on Mac OS, and same settings. Everything's going to work exactly the way it does on iOS and iPad OS and Mac OS. But the amazing thing is that we get to play on the beautiful desktop screen. So I know this streams in 1080p, but it still looks really good. Latency is minimal, and works just as great as all the other handheld options. With this, you can plug in any controller that you'd like, but I use my DualSense controller here via Bluetooth. Last but not least, this is another Android device called the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, and this is by far my favorite portable option versus slugging the controller, the backbone controller with your iPhone. This is a really cool compact way that's an all-in-one solution. Yeah, I just downloaded Mirror Play onto this device, and it works really, really well. The screen and colors are great compared to some of the other options, but yeah, I really like this. Obviously, there's no gyro control, but analog sticks are decent. I mean, they're on the tiny side, but the buttons feel pretty good and reminiscent of the PS Vita. D-pad is just like the Vita. The buttons are more like a Switch Lite style, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more resistance on the membranes. So those are all of my little nerdy ways of playing PlayStation away from the TV or on the go. If you're going to get a PS Portal, let me know why or why not in the comments below. I know a lot of people are a little upset that this is not going to have its own dedicated software and be able to play games offline, but I'm just trying to see this device for what it is and not what it isn't. You know what I mean? Seems like it's going to be a great way to play PlayStation Remote. That's it. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.